Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat Show! Ahoy hoy, there we go. Oh my goodness. There you go.
That was a close one. That was 28 seconds of sheer terror.
Well, I'll tell you what happened was I updated to Windows 11, and it made all of my settings go fakakta. So there we go.
Updates, don't you?
At least I knew where to go to fix it.
That was pretty good.
So improvement. There's been improvement. So my goodness, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you are having an awesome day today.
It's autumnal today.
It is autumnal. And look, you can even see behind us what we're going to be talking about today.
Ooh.
The Home Alone set for, that Lego sent us for a review. So it's a perfect time of year for this.
Look at that. It's not tiny like it looks on the screen. It's big and it's far away.
It's really big. Like, it's really big. Okay, so, golly, well, it has been, it's been a week.
It has been a week. We're
kind of readjusting.
We're back from vacation. We're post-Halloween, although Bonaby there is still definitely feeling the season,
I think they'll be active for a while.
I think so.
They'll be active for a while. So, hey, just a reminder about some stuff that's going on. There is a Tricky Lug meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And if you are a member of Tricky Lug, which, you know, if you're here, you are, but if you go to the meetings and stuff like that, I will say, for reasons I will not explain now, tomorrow would be a really good day to attend the meeting. If you haven't been to one in a while.
You know, Flynn, if it were me, I would go.
I would,
if I were a Tricky Lug member.
If you were a Tricky Lug member, you would go. I would go too. So just saying, if you are around and can attend the meeting tomorrow, it would be a good day to do it, especially, you know, in the sort of last, you know, maybe 10:45-ish. But anyway,
oh my goodness.
You can contact Minifig Chick at trickylug@gmail.com for any information on tomorrow that you would like to know.
You're a regular Miss Marple there with the mysteries. You just solve them all at once.
Yes. Well, yes. All done. So, golly, we are going to...
Murder She Solved.
Okay.
Oh, what did I do with my thing? There it is.
Yeah, so don't forget about the meeting tomorrow. All right, so we've got pins. Pins. All right, let's see. What have we got today for pins, Richard? What have you got going on?
Well, I've got, and I see Clicky coming around the corner right there, holding focus. I've got one of my 3 favorite pins right there. Oswald playing a banjo, making music, and he's super happy about it.
He is super happy about it.
That's Oswald. It's a 1-string banjo.
Yes, Joel, it's true. Never go where Jessica Fletcher is because you probably will end up murdered.
No, it's true.
And I'm wearing Vision in his WandaVision Halloween costume as original Vision, which was part of that awesome WandaVision pin set that I got from the Hornburgers. So I love that he's got his yellow
pretty
high
cool.
top tennis shoes on and baggy shorts. It makes me very happy.
Arms akimbo. You know, on that same notion of staying away from, don't move where Jessica Fletcher is, stay away from Sookie Stackhouse.
Stay away from Sookie Stackhouse. She is trouble. Also, Columbo. If you did anything wrong, don't go wherever Columbo is.
Even Mrs. Columbo.
All of them. All of them. Was there a Mrs. Columbo?
Are you kidding? He's asking me if there was a Mrs. Columbo. Do you know who Katherine Janeway is, played by Kate Mulgrew?
Wait, Columbo? Or I thought she was somebody else.
She was Mrs. Columbo, is Kate Mulgrew.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You can look it up.
You say so.
Minifig chick, am I right about that? I think I'm right.
I thought it was...
She wore turtlenecks
I thought that was like Macmillan and Wife or something.
No,
like
that was the show called Macmillan and Wife.
I don't know.
How actually annoying to be the co-star in that movie.
You are correct.
And your name
chick.
is And Wife.
Okay. Yeah, she was Mrs. Columbo before she was Janeway. Yes,
she
true.
was. Yeah, her voice was a little
so
less
now
gravelly
she's
then.
Mrs. Columbo Janeway dash.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Right? I guess. Yeah, definitely don't go to the fictional area of Midsummer. Definitely
all
don't
of
do
that. My
All of
goodness,
those.
there's
Stay
so
away
many
from all of
places.
this. Elm Street, Camp Crystal Lake. No, just don't.
You know what? Just go straight for Animal Crossing and stay there. Stay there. Nothing bad ever happens. Maybe you miss someone's party.
Stardew Valley is pretty great place to be too. So anyway, okay, well, enough of those shenanigans.
You know,
My goodness.
Lego.
And yeah. Yes, and Lego, of course, Lego. So why don't we say hi to everybody who's here right now? So everybody give a shout out in the chat, because golly, our participants list is. I mean, I know there's a bunch of people here, but keeping it.
People are busy these days.
People are busy these days. It's just a matter
look
of
at that.
Yeah. See,
it's populating.
It just takes a minute to populate. Like if you don't talk for like 30 seconds, it throws you off the list for some weird reason. I don't know why.
That's weird.
But
well, we like lurkers too.
We like viewers of all kinds, of all sorts. Look at my hair is a mess. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
Like all of them.
I am so excited to get that done, because it's been a little. I mean, we haven't quite gotten to the level of barrettes like we did during lockdown.
No sort of headbands.
No
made
headbands
from t-shirts.
made from t-shirts. It was a thing, friends. It was a thing.
I'm all caught up on haircuts right now.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Okay, everybody, let's see who's here. We've got Abby the Brick Squirrel. Brickanista is here. Cowboy Cornado, ahoy howdy. Cup of Bricks is here. I believe Bubs is on their mom's account today, so that's actually
got
Bubs.
it.
We got Darren Siegfried, Heather Mraz, Alexander 23 just popped in. Hey. Joel Have Studs Will Travel Marbella, John Luttrell and Vicky, hello. Maraid, hi. Good to see you.
So Maraid,
Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifig Chick, Minifig Nick, Monica Berry, Moto, and Mr. Ellie Daniel. That is amazing.
That was a super emscapade.
It was super emscapades. We got Pink Wheels 3. Hey, how's it going, Meredith? Good to see you. We've got Rob Ketcherside, Rob Zaccardi, and
Rob.
the Zaccardis. Ahoy, hoy, Zaccardis. Lana, Elena, and Vanessa. So cool to get to hang out with y'all in real life and see you here. We've got Team Jade Bricks, Zach Martinez, of course, bonsoir to Wilfred, wherever you may be, and Zarakino Kim. You didn't say... What? You didn't say it.
Well, it's because I was thinking about how Lana and Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa is younger, right? Do I remember correctly? I have such hard time with names, but I think Vanessa is younger, and that means Vanessa is just about the same age as Kevin from Home Alone.
Kevin!
Right, exactly. And that's why I missed Zarakino, is because I had all that going on in my head. But now I'm imagining Vanessa running around the house going...
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, running around in the woods anyway, getting her shoes wet.
Oh, right, exactly.
Adorable.
And then the shoes get wet and you go...
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, Lana's younger. There
Lana, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so
He's younger too.
let's by that much. Let's so we did pins. We did you know what it's time for? It's time for our Friday feature.
Oh, what is it? I'm getting scared already.
You should be. It's time for Thing from the Crypt.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
Oh my
I don't think
goodness.
so.
Okay. So
Well, let me see. I'm gonna.
No, you know
while
what?
he starts talking.
On the bookshelf in the bedroom, there's some of them. We forgot. So this, of course, would have been appropriate for last month, but for me and us, it's appropriate anytime. When I was a kid, I was a huge fan of the monster cereals. I don't know if you are familiar with the monster cereals. Count Chocula. We had Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Boo Berry.
I liked Blueberry.
Blueberry, yes. So we've got now. I collapsed these down because they still have the old school drawings on them because they changed the way they look. So I had to save these. So here's Count Chocula.
He's got like a peanut for a nose.
He just kind of have a peanut for a nose.
And brown eyeshadow.
So there's that. And then we also happen to have a bobblehead of Count Chocula.
You got to bobble him.
Because why not? Then we had Frankenberry, who it was like strawberry flavored cereal. And my favorite part about Frankenberry, besides the fact that he's pink and has, like a whistle and a watch coming out of the side of his head, or like a pressure gauge, is that he has
strawberry fingernails.
Strawberry fingernails. Like, how is that cool?
He has to get those done
right
every week.
To get them freshened up.
And he's kind of steampunk.
Then we had Boo Berry, who was very popular as well, and that's like the blueberry one.
A little more chill.
Now we're gonna throw some old school trivia at you, and they're doing them again now, but my very favorite of all the monster cereals, and he was only around for a little while.
I can't believe you have this.
Is Fruit Brute, and he's a werewolf, and it's like a fruity cereal. So it's cherry flavored frosted cereal with spooky fun marshmallows. Oh, would you grab Sackboy from the?
Oh yeah.
Thing? Sure. And then I have the bobblehead of. Now, many years ago, you may not know this about me, but many years ago, I headed up a video game website for LGBTQ people called Gay Gamer, and my nom de plume was Fruit Brute. Like, that's what I went by. And then a friend, I was really into Little Big Planet, which was a PlayStation game, so a friend of mine had custom made for me a Sackboy, who is the main character from Little Big Planet, who's totally adorable, in a Fruit Brute costume. And this was a handmade, crocheted little thing.
Would that be amigurumi?
Those are usually smaller, but pretty cool, right?
Fruit Brute.
I love Fruit Brute. And then, of course, now I unfortunately don't have a box because it's hard to find anymore, but there was one more monster cereal called Yummy Mummy.
It had to be a mummy.
Of course it did. But yeah, so then what happened was really the Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute didn't do too well. How? I don't know, because they're absolutely adorable. But Boo Berry, Count Chocula, and Frankenberry became the sort of three main ones that you had. So
they come with comics, spooky comics on the back. For when you're sitting in like third grade, sitting at the kitchen table reading the cereal box.
Oh my goodness, yes. So that is our. We actually had a larger monster cereals collection than at first I thought.
Did you actually show Fruit Brute or just the box?
I showed him. You were off getting the box.
Oh, good.
Or the other one.
Monster cereals.
So I love I love those, and I had a fun time with when I was writing under that name. That was a good time. So anyway, There you go. All right, so there is your lesson on the long lost monster cereals. I guess you didn't know you were going to learn that today.
I know mornings can be spooky again.
All right. Well, so I guess we should get to the main event here.
Sure. We're all perky today because we're done feeling low from our COVID booster shots.
Yes.
We had a little bit of a low day after.
Oof, man, that was tough.
Right, but we're all boosted.
We are all boosted now. So let's get to talking about our main thing today, which is our review of the Lego Ideas Home Alone set. Now, I want to preface this by being extremely honest with all of you. Extreme honesty is happening right now, friends.
Cards on the table.
We never saw the movie until last night.
Neither one of us had ever seen it.
Never seen it.
I think it was incredibly popular when we were sort of in an in-between stage with.
Right. Well, so it was 1992. We would have been 21 and 22, I think, 22,
right.
Something like that. As a matter of fact, we would have just been like dating at that point when it came on. But we were
Mohawk, leather jackets.
Yeah, we were like running around the city, little gay punk rockers going to music events and, living our best lives in San Francisco. And I'm sure if any of you remember back to your 20s, I bet you would imagine that you probably didn't go and see movies that were meant for a much younger audience. It just was something like we were too cool for that. So
it was our movie Dark Ages.
Those kinds of movies, yeah, yep. Definitely. And I know that's very shocking for some people, but just really that is of a generation right before us. And I know that like now it's a hugely popular Christmas movie, but like for us, it would have been like A Christmas Story was kind of the one that was on when we were younger. Like that was kind of our Home Alone.
Rather than scaring away bandits, we were like careful not to get your shit out your eye.
Don't shoot your eye out. Cowboy Cornado says Fugazi is greater than Home Alone. I have to agree with you.
That's right. I gotta say, that was the show, Fugazi and Beat Happening.
It was.
So
the show where we met.
we watched Home Alone, and one of us laughed a lot. Come on, it was hilarious.
One of us rolled his eyes a lot.
People fall down. There's extreme expressions. There's fast motion running around.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like, I didn't dislike it. I was just like ambivalent. Just kind of like, okay, I get it. I mean, I won't say that I didn't understand why kids would really find it fun. Like, yeah, it was wacky comedy, lots of people falling down, people getting hit by things. It was very cartoonish.
Well, I gotta say, when someone falls down in a movie, if they're not really hurt, I find it very funny.
It doesn't matter
a lot.
Always.
Someone fell down, ran into a door.
Yeah, and then like children in fascination going.
So Flynn was sitting there with a smile on his face, and like a little air came out of his nose, and I was doubled over laughing. Like when you see a funny meme and you're about to do the hilarity emoticon, and all that happens is you go, just a little air comes out your nose.
A little puff of air. But that said, what I really enjoyed actually about the movie was I put together most of the set before I watched the movie.
Yeah, I did the treehouse.
And you did the treehouse. So we were kind of like finishing it up last night while watching the movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's what that is." So I found all the Easter eggs, and I am actually kind of glad that it worked out that way because now I had them sort of more committed to memory. Like I got all of the jokes. I was like, oh, this is this and this is this. And I will tell you, friends, this is packed full of references to the movie. I mean, packed. Like obviously the designers who worked on this, alongside the fan designer, were massively huge fans of the movie because they included. And that's the other thing too, is like I, as a non viewer of the movie up until then, I was able to appreciate the model not only from sort of a more architectural standpoint and as a build, which is how I looked at it when I was building it, but also after it was done, appreciating how much love went into into the creation of this model, because it really was, you know, a huge amount of love and research went into it. Like, I was actually very, very surprised by the amount of little Easter eggs and things that I found.
Well, and the designers are not from the U.S., right?
No. So our fan designer, and by the way, first of all, I want to show you, here is the instruction booklet with Kevin's battle plan on it.
You gotta like warm up before lifting that.
I know. Look at this thing. It is a tome. It is absolutely huge, and it's got 474 pages for this. So yeah, let me just grab out here our.
So I was surprised to see, because I think of it as such like an American Christmas movie. I mean, I guess I'm just surrounded by the U.S.
So there's our fan designer. He is from the Ukraine, I believe, 28 years old. His name is Alex Storozhuk. Guessing here.
It's a good try.
It's a good try. And then here is our Lego designers. That is Antika Brakanov, Enrique Belmont Beixer, and Kristen Boy Nielsen. And this is their picture, which is really fun. Right? So
impression of the bandits looking in the window.
Yeah, that's like the poster. Yeah, I believe that was like the poster. So they obviously all really love the movie, and I think it's so great that we got that they got this made, because it really is quite an impressive model.
Well, I gotta say, before we even dive in further, as far as Lego houses go, I think architecturally this is my favorite Lego house.
Well, it is. It's very architecturally different, right?
Yeah. Well, just the way I like it too. Just the way you access the interior after you build it.
Right. Well, we'll definitely talk about that. Well, so I mean, let's take a look at this, and I'm gonna wheel our table a little bit closer here so you can kind of get a better look at it.
You can get onto the carpet there.
So you can see that it's like a colonial style house, which isn't something that you see. And when we went and visited my parents on the East Coast just recently, there was a house across the street that, like, if you cut these little end pieces off, it's identical.
Yeah, just make the door red.
Make the door red, and yeah, absolutely. So it's a really beautiful design, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring it here up closer. Yeah, it's heavy, y'all. So here is the exterior. All right, and there is the rear, and you can see.
Notice they greebled the bricks, so it's not all bricks. I think it actually makes a more interesting texture.
And check out that new door piece in the back door that has the cat flap in it and the multiple windows.
Wait, where is it?
It's a really cool little door. Yeah, it's got the little flap, which, you know, if you know the movie, you'll know that.
Oh, something I just noticed here is they use this opalescent blue for ice.
They did, and so it is extremely modular. And here, you know what? I'm going to tip down this so we can kind of get a little look. Oops. Now, what I really like about this is not only only is the
look what Joel Marbella points out.
Yes, well, I mean, I think only recently we started seeing all the designers, but yes, this is the first time I can recall. No, I've seen some. Well, you know, it's hard to say because now the designers are in lots of books. I don't know if I've seen pictures of female Lego designers in a thing here, but we'll see. Okay. So
we're used
not
to
only
roofs coming off.
Yeah,
right?
we're used to the roofs coming off. We're used to this kind of modular action, right? Like this, we understand. This is very Lego. Now, one of my favorite things about this is that not only do the roofs come off like that, but it has doors that open on the front here to access. So kind of like a dollhouse. Now, I will say that I found the doors a little hard to open when the roofs are, or when the rooms are stacked on top of each other, but it does open on both ends. so you can see. Yeah, see, it's a little hard to open.
There goes the shutter.
Now the shutter's coming off.
Darn those thieves.
But anyway, you can. We'll be taking a closer look at that in a minute. But I really did appreciate the that kind of dollhouse style, as you know. I'm a fan
like
of
to
it.
see.
Whoa, hi.
I'd like to see some new modular buildings done that way, because I think you get a much better sense of the overall play and like how a minifigure would make it through.
Yeah.
Being able to see the multiple floors open at the same time. And this would be a really cool set to light too.
It would be a cool set to light. Now, here are some. I have a little bit of trivia for you about Home Alone. Home Alone far exceeded its budget. I mean, like, made back far more than they put into it. It grossed $476.7 million worldwide, and it was nominated for Golden Globes, and it was let's see,
right there it says it's
and some Academy Awards. Now, here's the thing: it was the highest grossing live action comedy movie from when it was released 1992 until 2011, when it was finally beat out by The Hangover.
That's crazy.
Part 2.
That's crazy.
Finally outgrossed, like 12 years later.
I wonder how many
later?
times Macaulay Culkin did this.
20-something years later.
During that time. A lot of times. So, and I gotta say, that is particularly impressive to me. I think it's really, really cool. Well, it's 2021 and I laughed.
Sure. So there was, and just so you know, this giant model, it is selling for $249, and it has 3,955 pieces. It was a very long build.
Well, for having that many pieces, it's really compact, and I think that's because it's so highly detailed inside.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and also, too, friends, if you have any questions about the set while we're here, this is kind of why I like doing these live reviews, because it gives everybody an opportunity. Now, I am not going to dive into every single Easter egg in here, because we would be here for 6 hours. But there are a few things I did want to point out as I knock the Christmas tree over.
Down cam?
Well, can you get that?
I think I do.
So one of the things, and I mentioned this on Greg's podcast, or Greg's show the other day, and everybody had said they hadn't seen anybody else mention this in their reviews. And I know a lot of other people have done reviews, so we totally appreciate y'all coming and joining us for our review of it. But this was one of my favorite things. Under the tree, there is a tile with a sticker of the Home Alone house Lego set, which is pretty brilliant, I think.
How meta.
I know, it's like super meta.
And if you get a magnifying glass and look inside the windows, you can see there's another Christmas tree with an even smaller tile that has
No, there's not. You're making
Home Alone
it up.
sets all the way down.
Okay, let's go. We can go to top cam for a minute. Top cam. So you can see down in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up the doors. So some of the stuff that and let me see if I can't get a little bit closer on this one.
All right.
There we go. One of the things I love, the sticker of the macaroni and cheese is great. We've got play functions going on in here. We've got a new tile, which you can see is this quarter round macaroni tile with printed railroad tracks on it.
That's so cool.
Printed railroad tracks.
So you can do tiny versions of your big train layouts.
And so you can see here, there is a little knob on the side, which does the play function of turning the train set. Oh, I just knocked something over. Turning the train set around the track. And it also spins this little mannequin with a wig on it.
Now, I'm I don't follow sports ball, so forgive me if I get this wrong, but was it Magic Johnson cutout was running around the tree?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not exactly positive
So
of that.
basketball player cutout on the train set.
And I'm going to show this to you now this way, so you can kind of get a little better look at it. And let me go back over.
Michael Jordan, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I got at least, yeah.
Sports ball.
I got MJ. I'm terrible at sports ball.
So there is the interior of the room. You can see the Christmas tree in the back there. And there you can see the wig head with the clock.
From that hilarious moment when he fools the thieves into thinking there's a big party going on in the house.
Right, and there you can see the play function happening. Now, I'll note also the fan, the fan that blows the feathers all over them, right?
Another moment I laughed out loud.
You did.
I did.
Find
well,
that
the feathers are
hilarious.
kind of sudden.
And we've got this. All the lights and the decorations in the front are really cool. And each floor has this kind of Christmas decoration. You know, I didn't realize how hardcore they leaned into red and green in this movie. Like everything was red and green. Everything.
The wallpaper, the drapes, the furniture.
Some cute little Easter eggs here. We've got the Eiffel Tower picture, and then over here,
all the way over there,
is the Chrysler Building, which is, of course, a reference to the second movie, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Beware sequels.
And also, if you'll notice, the Christmas tree has some little birds on it, which I understand is also a reference to the second movie. There is a bit that has to do with birds. All right? So that is kind of a brief overview of the first floor of the house.
Something I noticed here. Did we go over this the other day? Maybe it was on another... Was it on your Twitch stream?
What's that?
The way they attach the wreath to the front door is very cool.
Yeah, so I'll see if I can pop it open for you. The wreath is attached with one of those 1x2 rounded plates with the little inkwells on the back, and that's what holds the wreath onto the front door. It just pinches around
the window mullions.
I did forget. I'll tell you what I did forget. There is a there is one more feature of the first floor. So here is Kevin on his sled. All right, and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work. We'll see what's going on. There's Kevin on his sled.
It works the first time in the movie.
It does. So if you look here, there is. You can see that there's a little plunger back here on the back, a little ball that is here on the front. Now, what happens is what's supposed to happen, and I've only been able to get it to work one time. But you put Kevin at the top of the stairs. You push the little plunger.
Can we try it? Is it
go ahead.
A key on the keyboard?
Oh no,
let's
Kevin.
try it again. All right, Kevin.
He kind of has to have it there. I'm just gonna go. So you push it, and then he goes down. Oh, it worked!
It came out the door.
Look at that. It goes. Yeah. So there. So you push it,
all you have to do is tilt the model.
All you have to do is tilt it forward, and he'll go right out the front door. And also, a fun little feature, I forgot this Easter egg, the doorknob is made from a red diamond to simulate the glowing doorknob
because he heats the doorknob.
Right?
No,
I thought that was particularly funny.
Characters getting burned.
There's a lot of that.
Isn't there a minifigure with an iron pattern on his face as well?
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later, that surprise.
Oh, okay. Giving away all the surprises here.
Okay, so let's take a look at the second floor. I'm gonna pop off the lid here. Now, here is our second floor. What we get is a bathroom. We get the parents' room where Kevin spends most of his time in the movie, and then we get his brother Buzz's room
with a really great bed.
With a great bed. It's a really great bed design. Let's go down to that top cam again.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the great design here on Buzz's room. He's got the treasure box, his treasure box. We've got the bed, his little desk, and now this shelf. Now, if you remember in the movie, Kevin climbs up the shelf and it falls down. Well, you can see that we've got another little plunger back here, and when you pull the plunger, the shelves collapse and all the stuff falls off of it.
So clever the way that works.
And I'll see if I can't hold it this way.
So they're hinged with frictionless pins.
Hinged with frictionless pins, and when you pull this out, they fall down. So pretty cool little feature. Yep.
Good thing Kevin found all that money there. We wouldn't have half a movie.
Right. We also see, we've got Buzz's tarantula here. We've got the pictures of the family. And I love that they're inside. Now, normally it was in the treasure chest, but we have a picture of Buzz's girlfriend who he finds, and he's like shocked by it, and he's like, ooh. And I believe now, this may be apocryphal, and I need to double check this, but from what I understand, they didn't want to use a girl to make it, so that she would feel bad because he makes a face at it. Yeah. So it was either Chris Columbus or John Hughes' son dressed in drag as Buzz's girlfriend. So
it was a look.
We also have this little, like, the barrel thing that comes down the stairs on a rope that you can fall off, and it'll go. It meets the stairs downstairs.
For any unwitting thieves coming up the stairs.
That's right.
So Rob Ketcherside asks that it's a 3x3 macaroni tile with the train printed on it.
I believe so. Yeah, the largest macaroni tile, whatever the large one is. And I also want to. I kind of wanted to point out, and I'm going to go back to the front camera for this.
Oh, it's 4x4.
You can see here that there is... Oh, it's 4x4?
Yep.
You can see here they've built into a lot of this furniture these little clips, which then attach onto these little clips to keep the doors closed, like the walls closed.
What kind of clips are those?
Oh, it's ratchet hinges. Ratchet hinge clips with regular clips. So that's... That's the second one.
I've never made that connection before.
Yes.
So they're perpendicular and they just hold with a little bit of clutch power?
Yeah, as far as I know. Yeah, it's so sorry about that, Rob. It was 4x4. So they're
big.
Go. Okay, so and there's Kevin, and we'll get into the minifigs and stuff in a little bit. I just wanted to keep going here with the house. Now, finally, and I thought this was super clever. Here is the roof of the house, which hinges open so that you can see into the attic where Kevin falls asleep and then wakes up the next day to find his family gone. Kevin! All right, so there's his little bed. But I loved the way this little hinge, I thought it was just so clever, and then I broke it. Well, I mean, that's the thing, too, is it's still modular. You can still take this roof piece off. And here, we can get a sort of like a better look at some of the stuff inside. There's a gumball machine. There's his little battle plan that he makes with the little lamp and everything, a little soda bottle.
Another cool, a hide-a-bed, a couch hide-a-bed.
Yes, a couch hide-a-bed, another great little piece of furniture that they made. Really, really cool.
Those 2x2 corner pieces or triangle pieces are really great for the turn down.
Yeah. Well, and then also, I just gotta say, like, in general, what a really nice roof shape this is. Right? We've got a lot of those inverted, like those slopes with the cutout in them to give those shapes, and these corner roofs.
Gable windows with shutters made from white gold bars.
Yep. There you go. Very, very cool. So that was another little fun feature. Then,
there's more?
But wait, there's more. Then on the back side, you attach on this little piece, which is
with a train door.
Yeah. So there's the basement. The basement, with the washer and dryer. Okay, now the funny thing is, when I was building this washer and dryer, the first thing I says is, I need a Moto minifigure to put down there with the washer and dryer. And then I showed this to Richard, and the first thing he said was, it makes me think of Moto. So he will always associate. Okay.
The washer dryer.
This is a great feature. So this is, you can see in there, that is the furnace. Now, he has a couple of run-ins with the furnace at the very beginning. And I want to show you when you lift up the furnace.
All right,
there you go. When you lift up the furnace, there is a light inside. And you can push it down if you have the floor off. Right?
Big scary furnace.
Hey, Shane Levan, very good. So there's the big scary furnace. All right, well, we will get back to the McAllister house in just a second. But for now, it is time for...
What time is it, Flynn?
The pause that refreshes. That's right, everybody. It's Logan Cookie time. There he is. Hi. Hi, buddy.
We have a
Look
very
here.
special Logan cookie today. Little pieces of it.
Oh, yeah. It's a little treat from Alyssa of Nine Brick City. It's her dog's favorite little decorated dog cookie.
With sprinkles, Logan.
Yay.
I don't know that we can throw that one.
We can't throw that one. It might be too big.
Okay, this is small. Can you do it? Good boy.
Yay, he's so good.
2 paws up.
Good boy, Logan. Does he get the rest of it?
What, the whole thing?
Well, he won't rest
Okay.
until he gets the rest of it. You know this. Very good,
Yay.
Logan. What
Thanks,
a good
Alyssa.
boy. Thank you so much, Alyssa. He totally loved it, as you can tell. And he'll be bugging us for more for the rest of the day. And that has been Logan Cookie Time. All right. So we just took a look at the basement, right? And that awesome light up furnace. And I will note too that the furnace is made, like the furnace bars are made with
Sausages.
Black sausages. It's a pretty cool little design, actually. Really like that a lot.
Got some upside down building with the dots with holes in them.
Then we have the kitchen. Now, so we'll go back to here. We've got the kitchen, and you can see that they have recreated the Little Nero's Pizza logo. And there's a closed pizza box, an open pizza box with a pizza. We've got the refrigerator with all the stuff on it. Now, I love this little... There's boxes of macaroni and cheese that sit inside of the pantry or inside of the refrigerator. Or maybe it's the pantry. I don't know. But either way, there's little boxes of macaroni and cheese in there. I don't know if you can see them. But,
Look like mac and cheese to me.
come on. Oh, that's us. Sorry, everybody. Let me get to the right camera here. It's always something, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. There's those little
Thanks,
macaroni
Cookie.
and cheese. You can see this was the little thing that burns the top of Joe Pesci's head, right? The little torch is a little cat flap.
Oh, his poor, it just burns his hat right off.
This touch I really love. The TV actually has a scene from that gangster movie that he's watching.
Oh, where he
fools people with, like with the audio. So I think that's really good.
Oh, there's a cool microwave.
Yeah, there's a little microwave, and then this is the laundry chute where he's like shooting stuff down the laundry chute, and when you open it, what comes out is actually, you couldn't see it, but what comes out is the iron, which is a cute little design. I love this little iron design. So yeah, the laundry chute, the laundry chute feature is really cool. The little iron is really cool. I would say that this kitchen is just packed with such an amazing amount of detail in such a small space.
Nice curtains with a little valance over the top.
Here, I'll try this again and see if we can. No, it keeps falling out. Oh, it keeps falling at the bottom because it goes down. So what happens is when you have this, when you have these together.
Oh, you got to do that before you put it up.
You have to do what?
Take the two layers apart.
No, it's
it's
kind of stuck. There we go. So so when you put the let's see if I can get it to work this way. Let's do this. Let's do the front camera. So when you turn this,
the entire model explodes.
the entire model explodes. So there you go. I will say that is a little bit of a tight squeeze.
Well, we might have had it a little out of alignment.
See, this is the fun of live reviews because you can see it all happening in real time.
You see why we don't do a stream about Fabergé eggs? Because who does, for one thing, but...
Okay.
Because when this breaks, you can put it back together.
We'll put that together in a little bit, but anyway, you get the idea.
It's a good play function. We just had it a little out of alignment.
It's a really good play function. We're gonna have to go collect those pieces now around the room in a little bit. And now that I also really love these kind of like rounded stairs, and like Richard pointed out, the door, and inside the trash can, now I haven't put the sticker on it yet, but is an airline ticket, which is, obviously a reference to the airline ticket.
And why would there be ice on the steps?
Because Kevin puts ice on the step. He puts
rascal.
the hose on the steps and freezes it, and then we get the icy.
And then people fall down, which is hilarious.
So yes, and people fall down. Okay. So, I don't know where all those pieces went. They exploded all over.
Fortunately, we have the instructions.
We do. I did want to show so this was the little dining room chair design that goes in the dining room table. It's a really simple, cute little design. I have to say I was pretty kind of impressed with that. I was like, oh, I like this. This is a cool thing. You can see that it's just a 2x2 plate with 1x2 plates on with a snout brick on it, with one of those little rails on the back, and then the little horn teeth in 1x1 rounds. Sarah, those are stickers. There's a few printed pieces, but almost exclusively stickers. The train tracks are printed. Everything else is stickers. So let's talk about the minifigs. So this comes with 5 minifigs. We've got here. Should we do the down
top
cam? Top cam. It's a little dark. Top cam is a little dark
focus
today.
There. We're coming up to speed.
Yep. This is what happens when you do everything with one hand. So there's Kevin. And of course we have on the back side the classic
Aquavelva expression,
which he does twice. They really wanted to milk that joke.
I think they knew it was going to be funny.
Yeah, there's Kevin. We've got the 2 bandits.
Who I call Joe Pesci and not Joe Pesci.
Right.
And the hair on the one bandit is pretty good.
It's kind of perfect, and I love his little sideburns. Okay.
So that's not President Business's hair, is it?
No,
in another color?
No.
What is that?
It's the one that has the slight... actually, I think this is a custom hairpiece for this, because usually I don't think that one has the sideburns. But I did want to show you now. I know Richard mentioned it earlier, but this guy, Marvin Harry, this guy has the iron mark on his face, which is so good. I thought that was it's actually one of my favorite parts of the set.
He's not digging it.
He is not digging
They're gonna get that, Kevin.
So there you go.
Nice costume there with a t-shirt with a sweater.
Okay, that's right. You're right, Monica. There is that hairpiece in gray. I just couldn't remember if that hairpiece. It's like a receding hairline hairpiece. But yeah, there is. They do have it in gray, so it isn't a new piece. Then we have Old Man Marley with his shovel, who is the neighbor next door that everybody thinks is a serial killer, but it turns out he's a nice guy, right? And he's there with his shovel. Pretty great. He's got good printing and back printing.
He does look pretty scary in the first part of the movie.
Well, I think that's on purpose. Somehow. And then
Flynn's favorite.
My absolute favorite.
Flynn would buy the whole set just for this.
I would buy the whole set just for this because I collect celebrity minifigures, like, even though they're not necessarily meant to be that celebrity. So like I have the Egghead from Batman as like my Vincent Price minifig. I have David Hasselhoff. I've got like a whole bunch of different ones. But this, she's a national treasure of Canada. And by proxy also here. Katherine O'Hara. We have a Katherine O'Hara minifig, friends. And look at her. Nope. We're going to look at her from the top cam. Look at the Katherine O'Hara minifig and how cute she is.
She's so not strange in this movie.
This may be her most mainstream that I've ever seen her be in a movie. Like, she is always, and in my personal opinion, she is funnier when she's weird. So, I mean, she was still funny in this movie, but I don't think she really had a chance to shine like she normally does. But I just wanted to show the other side of the Katherine O'Hara minifig.
Kevin!
Look at that awesome expression. It's so good. I love it. It's such a good expression. Like, that head is worth it to have for that.
Well, and knowing this is Katherine O'Hara, don't you think it would be great to take that head
And make her Moira Rose?
Yeah, exactly.
David!
And Joel Havstud's Will Travel Marbella points out Beetlejuice was one of the first times we saw her.
Well, now I was actually already familiar with her from SCTV, which is also where Eugene Levy got his start. John Candy,
based in Canada, right?
Based in Canada. Andrea Martin, and there were so many people came out of that show that we know. Rick Moranis, and it was kind of like the Saturday Night Live of Canada, and I personally found it hilarious. One of my favorite sketches was John Candy as Divine, starring in Peter Pan. It was so good. Their parodies were so good. Okay, so now we're gonna just go down to the last couple of things in the set. We do have the OK plumbing and heating van that the bandits use.
Subtle.
Very subtle.
I thought it was very subtle when they were following him about 100 feet behind.
Right, exactly. So we do have the van. And because, of course, they are the wet bandits because they turn the things on.
Ooh, well,
right?
I like the rear view, or the side rear view mirror there. I think that's really nicely done.
Yep. And it has a little door that opens in the back.
Is that a snot piece with a pistol?
Yes, it is. It's a snot piece with a pistol with a 1x1 clip on it. The top does come off, and inside you can see their loot that they've stolen from other places. There's a trophy and a gold sink set.
Oh, those bad guys.
Okay.
They'll get theirs.
So, and it has the pipes on the top. Really clever.
Very convincing.
I thought it was real. And then the final piece of the puzzle that Richard put together all by himself.
I did.
Is Kevin's treehouse.
And then imagine this string. Here, will you pull it back a little bit? Imagine this string.
I put the pirate flag on backwards. Excuse me, 1 second.
Okay, we're gonna correct that.
On. there we go.
So he flies down the string from, I think,
The top back window of the house.
top back window of the house, and then if you put the string up,
He should be able to fly down it. You guys want to see it work? Should we check it out and see it? Do y'all want to see if it'll work on the house?
oh, could we
just
see
like
it
the
in
sled,
top cam?
just like the sled did. All
Oh,
right,
so in other words,
so-
you're about to see us explode a treehouse.
no, that was yeah. Well, okay. So
Now there is a place, isn't it? One of the front windows that attaches to?
it's this top
the back.
one, I believe. Yeah,
you're right.
there's these little bits at the top. All right, so I'm gonna. So you can see there's, I don't know if you can see, but there is 2 little studs here above this back window
Yeah,
that
and
you
they-
can attach it to.
They lock this in with a little 1x2 curve.
Okay. And then here is our, here, I'm going to move it this way so we can move the treehouse forward a little bit.
here,
All right.
see?
And where's Kevin? Let's get him.
Oh, you can actually attach it.
Yeah, you can actually get him on there. All right. Let's see this.
Okay, go get a cup of coffee. This is going to take a second.
Come on,
Almost.
Kevin.
Get it, Kevin. Come on, you made millions off this.
Okay. All right, here we go. So Kevin climbs out the window. Oh, goodness.
All right, I think it's going to work.
He climbs out the window and...
Yay!
Yay, Kevin! He makes it all the way down into the treehouse.
Okay, no spoilers, but I think it's pretty safe to do spoilers for Home Alone, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't go quite as smoothly for the Bandits.
Yeah, is it Kevin's...
A great little rig there to attach to the...
Here, let me see if I can't get that a little bit more in focus.
Okay.
There we go.
There, with the little stirrup,
Yep.
works really well.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah,
Oh, I'm
there
gonna
was
turn this.
that is another great play function. Now there are tons of other little bits and bobs in there, and I don't want to, we don't want to spoil everything for you. We tried to point out some of the more the better features, and well, actually they're all great features. And again, like just from as people who maybe weren't necessarily like fans of the movie, it was a great build. It was a really, really great build. I love the way that again that the doors open up is one of my favorite bits.
I stand by my analysis. It's my favorite Lego house.
Do what now?
Even the what was it? The 3-in-1 treehouse that I thought was so awesome.
Yep.
This one is my favorite now.
Oh, as far as like modular buildings?
As far as like Lego modular houses,
Yeah. And now I have seen
it's
actually
not really
people,
modular, but
No, it's not. Whoops, it's not officially a modular.
But
But
air quotes.
Oh, jeez. But it is again quite a substantial model. All right.
Pretty good. You got to make sure your Christmas tree is high enough. Your holiday shrubbery is high enough to put this underneath.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite tall.
If you have Christmas trees.
Now I believe that I had yeah, so it is 13 and 13.7 inches wide. It is 13.7 inches deep. When you add the back on, yes, of course. And then it is 10.7 inches high, or 27 centimeters for our European friends.
34 by 34 by 27 centimeters.
All right, so there you go.
Pretty cool. I like those.
Home Alone house, really great model, really great features, tons and tons of Easter eggs for fans of the film.
Another thing I appreciate for the buildings that we've done is if you were a minifigure in this house, you could actually navigate the stairs from floor to floor.
Yes, you can actually navigate the stairs, and I have once again broken. I should not be allowed. I am a menace.
Well, this is an 18 plus set. There.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna fix that later. What happened to that piece?
It's in my lap. But yeah, so I love all of the little opening bits, and if you are, clever and not me, you can make these things happen without breaking them. So yeah, so there you go.
Which is to
now-
say, it's a well-constructed model, and it'd be hard for them to have put more detail into it.
Yes. Well, I will say this too. Like, I don't necessarily think. I mean, it's got a steep price tag. It's $250. That is a lot, and I would imagine that for fans of the movie, that is something that they would be willing to spend. If you are not a big fan of the movie,
We have one more.
yeah, we'll find it. There we go. Sorry, so there, hinging roof. If you're not a fan of the movie, this may not be the buy for you. It is definitely very, very specific, and being familiar with the source material, like I did appreciate the model from an architectural standpoint.
Yeah.
But like if I hadn't seen the movie or had people tell me bits about it, I would not in any way have gotten all of those references. And I think the references are a huge part of why this model is so great.
Yeah, I think if you think you want this set, it would make really good sense to watch the movie because you'll get more out of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's but I will also say, like, if you have expendable income that you're not worried about it, it is gonna make a great addition to your winter village, because of course all the snow with the white roof, and also just its complete different type of architecture from most of the houses and things that we're used to from Lego.
Although one caveat, super important here, if you're going to put it in your winter village, you might consider adding a lamppost and a cat.
Yes, it does have lights on the front. It does have those.
Oh,
there's the lights.
Posts, sure.
You can see it. Yep, it does have the little lampposts on the front with the wreaths on them, and I love the little decorative lights also on the outside, right? So. Yeah, and I mean, even if you're a fan of the movie, maybe this isn't the thing for you. I mean, like, you can love it and not want the model in your house. It's also, it is quite large.
I haven't seen a chimney done this way either, actually. Just a wide chimney.
Yeah, with snot pieces.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little chimney. And the whole roof construction in general is pretty cool.
Well, I find anytime I introduce gables, there's challenges with those interior corners and all that.
Oh, and I did want to show you this little bit. So this is the back of the dining room, and there's little steps that go down into the dining room. And you can see that it's got these 2 axles and 2 pins. And that is so you can attach and detach the back of the house.
Yeah, and the pins don't have any there's no friction there, so they just line it up. The axles, I'm sorry, the pins are frictionless.
Yep, they're frictionless pins. But there, so you can add that bit onto the back, and it also it breaks the square a little bit, right? Like, it's not just a big rectangle; it's got the stuff going on. So
that's the Home Alone set.
That's the Home Alone set, and so I will say, like, we don't really give things like number scores or anything, but I would say it's a really excellent model. If you're a fan of the movie, you'll probably really, really be excited about it. If you're not a fan of the movie, you may find the instructions and just build it as is, like build it yourself from parts, like just to get the architecture down.
I would give it two hands up.
I did, but we did really enjoy it. I did enjoy building it, and I enjoyed when I did watch the movie. I did enjoy discovering all of those little Easter eggs.
So imagine you're Macaulay Culkin.
Maclucky Cluckin?
Yes. And
imagine you're Maclucky Cluckin.
And you're like 50 years old, and you go to a convention, and you've done all of these movies and television, and you're on current television shows, and 126 people per hour want you to go like this.
Pose for a picture with me. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Oh my goodness. All right. So so we are going to be doing I just wanted to let you know we are in the middle of a build challenge right now.
A 2-week challenge.
And Monica, of course, came up with a great, is like a selfie challenge It is
It
a
is.
selfie challenge. It is a self-portrait challenge. Make a self-portrait of yourself. Self-portrait. And it can be in any form you want, except sig figs. Everybody has sig figs. We know we got sig figs,
Yep.
but we want to see what you can actually build. So whether it's a brickheads or an articulated figure or a mosaic or something like that.
Interpretive dance.
An interpretive dance
In Lego.
In Lego. Yes, that's what we want to see is your self-portraits for this next one.
Oh, and Artful Amy points out Macaulay Culkin is a Lego fan.
Oh, McClucky. That's good to know. Too, there's all kinds of. I love that there are Lego fans in celebritydom, especially the ones like I saw for the Harry Potter 20th anniversary. They had the guy who played Neville Longbottom, the one who had like the major glow up. And there's like footage of him putting together the sets, and also the Weasley twins putting together some of the sets. I thought that was really fun.
just yesterday, Jason Momoa showed up and helped me finish the treehouse. I mean, it was awesome. He told me I had a couple pieces reversed.
Oh my goodness. Also, yeah. Oh, Maraid. Yeah, somebody thumbs down the review, whatever. If that's their choice. It honestly, but that's fine, whatever. But what does help is if you give it a thumbs up. So if you enjoyed the review, if you had fun hanging out with us today, please do give the video a thumbs up. We would super appreciate it.
Helps us, helps Tricky Lug.
Yeah, it helps us all out. And don't forget that we do have a Tricky Lug meeting tomorrow that you will want to be attending. Friends, you will want to be attending, especially towards the latter part of the meeting.
Why? Couldn't say.
I'm not going to say why, but you may consider being there. I'll just say that.
They're always fun.
They are always fun.
You get to see Minifig Chick, lots of Tricky Lug members.
Everybody hanging out, showing off stuff that they've been working on.
Get to see people's faces.
You get to see people's faces, not just names in a chat. So yeah. Yeah, the algorithm only sees engagement. Thumbs up or down still help. It's true. It's absolutely true. I mean, we would prefer if you didn't thumbs down, but if you really didn't enjoy it, I'm not going to force you to put a thumbs up there, but we certainly appreciate it. So gosh, I think that pretty much wraps things up for today, friends.
For the review, for the overview of the Home Alone set.
Yeah, for the review / overview of the Home Alone set. So thank you everybody so much for coming and joining and checking it out with us. If you have any further questions about it, you feel free to reach out to me over Instagram or via email, and I'll try and answer your questions. It is a bit of an investment, so I would understand if you'd want to know certain things about it before actually committing to the $250. To Humble Bricks, you are welcome to come to a meeting. Like we have a Discord server where we keep things posted, but most of the action happens at the meetings.
And how do you get a link to the meeting?
To link to the meeting, you can email minifigchick trickylug@gmail.com.
It's right there in the chat.
And I'll say I am very excited. I've been talking with the powers that be over at the LAN and AFOL engagement, and we've got some really fun, exciting things coming up for Tricky Lug in the next little while.
And I just got to say, when you think about engagement and whether it matters or not, and thumbs up matters or not, Lego knows about Tricky Lug.
They do know about Tricky Lug. They know what we like. They know what we don't like. It's pretty great.
Yep.
Like they've
we're
really
on their radar.
We're on their radar now. And it took a little while. I will say it definitely took a little while for me to get my footing in, like with the LAN, because it's a lot. There's a lot of information. A lot of stuff goes out. And especially with starting my job and everything, it's been a little bit like getting your sea legs. But I feel like I finally have it down now and understand it, and it's going to mean some great things for Tricky Lug moving forward. So we'll definitely want to start participating in those meetings and business like that, because it'll be worth it for sure.
It's fun.
All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back on Sunday with our cast of irregulars. and that will be a good time as always. And until then, please remember to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask when and where you still need to, get that vaccine as soon as you can, and if you've already gotten it, get your booster. And from what I understand, we're gonna younger kids are gonna be able to start getting the vaccine now, so awesome.
Hooray!
And we will see you either tomorrow at the meeting, or we will see you Sunday for the Sunday show. I know what I'm saying.
Sunday group chat.
Sunday group chat. All right, everybody. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Happy building.